Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and I guess this is after the verses. I told y'all I was gonna come back today and discuss what I already knew what it was gonna be like watching this verses. I think this is the verses that has surpassed all the other ones by leaps and bounds, at least for me. Before I get into that, look at the curls. The curls are still here. They're still popping. I did that days ago. And I sleep really awful, y'all. I sleep really, really hard. And for me to still have, like, I sleep mainly on this side. Like, this still is not that bad for me. You know what I'm saying? Usually my whole head is toe down by now. And I might not even wash my hair Tuesday, but I probably will because I like keeping a very clean scalp. My sebaceous glands be doing the most. But anyway, please take a moment of your time and head on over to honeyshandmade.com and see what products they have. I normally get certain hair products that I'm interested in trying, and so far I have not been disappointed. I actually just made my third purchase, but this will be the second one that I will receive when they do ship them out, because there was an issue with my first order that I did receive, and they rectified that situation, and I asked them to cancel the second order because I didn't think I was going to ever get it. But but after that happened, everything else has been smooth sailing. I'm very excited about the products, and hopefully they will be amazing for me. I asked a question about another one. I'm not sure if they responded, but I just wanted to know if it was a gel or not. But because it is the Melba's, what is it called? Melba's Kitchen. It's based off of certain dishes that this person's relative used to make. And I'm just interested in one. I think it's called coconut apple glaze. I'm not sure if it is a hair gel or not. I wanted to know what it was. I'm not sure if anybody responded, but yeah, I'm very interested in that. But I did make my last purchase a couple of days ago, so I should be receiving it by next week. Well, no, I don't know. They already told us that because of this sale, you know, depending on how early you put in your order, you will get it in the order in which it was received, basically. And I'm cool with that because, y'all, I have so many products. I have 12 of these, and I'm actually glad that I caught that $2 sale. But they haven't had a $2 sale in a while, to my knowledge. And that's cool because they've still had decent, you know, other things that have been decently priced. So, you know, I keep my eye out and I try to see what they have going on. But definitely head on over to honeyshandmade.com and check out all their hair, skin, and all that, you know, those products. Anyway, no, I don't get paid, so I don't want nobody thinking that. I've had people to accuse me of that before, but I don't. So anyway, now on to the verses. Okay, y'all. So, gotta make sure I pull it up because I want to make sure I hit every little thing I want to talk about. Okay, y'all. So first of all, as I'm sure most people will probably mention, Steve Harvey was the host of this versus. Now, initially, when he heard that this versus was going to happen, they continuously posted his reaction everywhere. And so, I mean, it was only natural that they were going to choose him to host it. You know, and he has been very vocal about groups like this before. So, I mean, I get it. I live for their music too. But, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they had him as the host. So it is what it is. But like most of us, we wanted him to simmer down, like calm down. You're doing too much. He started talking a whole lot. And there were just moments where I was just like, we could have been playing a song, or we could have been playing a song longer instead of you talking as much as you were talking. Now, I ain't gonna sit up here and make it seem like some of the, you know, different memories that he was telling us about weren't, you know, decent. And, you know, whatever, they weren't interesting, but I really was like, we could have been playing a song longer at this point. But I digress. So anyway, y'all, the first round, the Isley Brothers song that was being played was Love the One You're With, which is an oldie but goodie. And Earth, Wind, and Fire, That's the Way of the World. So a lot of people who know of Ronald Isley and Isley Brothers, they might not have ever heard Love the One You're With and a couple of the other ones that they did play, because I was wondering if they were going to go that route at some point, which I was like, if y'all don't, y'all know y'all wrong. And I say that because I think Shout is like, that might have been like the first record that they did that like did exceptionally well. And I mean, it's a record that's old. Like, I mean, that record I think came out before my parents were born, I think. Like, it's an old record. And he don't sound nothing like what he sound like in the past like 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, that record did well, and I heard it and all that stuff. But yeah, y'all, you know, I mellowed out a little bit, but it was a good one when they did That's the Way of the World. I don't know what it is when it comes to that song. It just makes me, it gets me in this mood that I just feel very comfortable. I feel very zen. And I mean, Love the One You're With, it was good too. So the second round, they did This Old Heart of Mine, which again is a oldie but goodie by the Isley Brothers, Earth, Wind & Fire, Let's Groove. Got my entire life because of that. So yeah, I'm gonna give y'all some facts later on about my experience as a listener of these two amazing, phenomenal groups. All right, so the third round, the Isley Brothers did Hello, It's Me, which I'm so happy about. Oh my gosh. And Earth, Wind & Fire, Keep Your Head to the Sky. I was like, what y'all not finna do? What y'all not finna do is this. Because in my little Before the Verses video, I said, I really hope they do Hello or Hello, It's Me and Keep Your Head to the Sky, because first of all, Hello, It's Me is such a sexy, personal, it just do something to you when you hear it. I don't know what it is, but I live for that song. I live for it. I live for it. And I don't know why, like, I've never heard it in rotation on any radio stations back home. I never heard it played at functions, even though in all actuality, we heard they were playing way more Isley Brothers songs than Earth, Wind & Fire. Barely heard any Earth, Wind & Fire songs outside of the typical ones that everybody play at the different schools and things, but that's it for bands. But yeah, definitely got in my feelings, but in a good way, when they did Keep Your Head to the Sky. I love that song. It is a very, very inspirational song. Live for it. Got my entire life. That was one that I said I hope they do play. All right, so round 4, they did At Your Best, You Are Loved, which I did ask about, and I was wondering if they were going to play it because most people only know Aaliyah's versions, which was the cover of this, obviously, and then the remix that had her and the person who should not be named, who is out here doing things with children. But anyway, but yeah, I was like, okay, y'all played it. I wasn't sure if they were gonna play it, so I was like, okay, good, I'm here for it. So, you know, I had my little moment. I was like, okay then. Well, Earth, Wind & Fire came back with Reasons. And that always puts me in a lovely mood. So I was like, yeah, for it. Okay, y'all. So if I would have done my Before the Verses video and I listed off every single thing that I have in my playlist, that video would have been so long. Y'all would have been like, girl, when the video gonna end though? Like, so yeah, round 5, the Isley Brothers came with Harvest for the World. Y'all, as soon as the song came, I was getting my life like, no, y'all didn't. Y'all, okay, first of all, I was at work. Second of all, I didn't care. Third of all, I was screaming. Like, when I say screaming, you know how some people say they screaming and they not screaming at all. Like, they're not making any noise at all. I really was screaming like as loud as I could. Like, when certain songs came on, I screamed because I was shocked that they played it. Or I was like, oh my gosh, they played the song that I hoped that they was going to play. Like, I really get my life when it comes to some of these songs. So, Harvest for the World, I was pleasantly surprised that they did play it. But I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of mad that D-Nice didn't start it in a certain spot so that it could fade out eventually after a certain part. So for me, especially when it comes to Ronald, gotta say his government name. I'm sorry, I gotta put some respect on it, and you gotta say the whole government. You got to say the whole government name. Ronald Isley has this way of doing ad-libs that for me, even if I don't know all the lyrics or most of the lyrics to a song, when he gets to them ad-libs, the way he sets it off when he do the ad-libs, I'm waiting for the ad-libs to come in. I'm waiting for that part to come in. So I was waiting for this song for him to go off. What will there be for the harvest? What will there be? Like, he be setting, y'all don't understand. It's like with certain songs, like I'm gonna get to it, like later on, Fight the Power. He has like this growl that he'll do when he gets to certain parts of it that I get my entire life when he do it. But yeah, like when he gets to the ad-libs and Harvest for the World, he like, when he really starts repeating Harvest for the World towards the end, like he has this little growl that he does, and I get my entire life. And I was mad a little bit that D-Nice didn't play it at that part. You know, play it so it'll get to that part. And you could hear, because it's like it's a certain emotion that he be putting into the, Ronald puts so much emotion into some of these songs that it just make you feel like, it's like you can feel. It's like you feel what he feeling almost. Like he be setting it off. So anyway, y'all, Earth, Wind & Fire came back, Got to Get You Into My Life. Now, for me, I've heard all of these Earth, Wind & Fire songs, but in all honesty, for whatever reason, if it wasn't like a September, a Boogie Wonderland or something like that, Reasons, the select few that you hear at a lot of black functions, I never heard it anywhere. I never heard it on any of the black radio stations. So until I got into college and I started having moments where I was like, oh, well, I grew up and I didn't have cable, and I was watching videos of some of these songs, and then it led me to finally hearing these songs. So I'm glad in a sense, but at the same time, I feel like I was deprived. I feel like I was deprived because, in all honesty, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like Earth, Wind & Fire was ahead of their time. You can look at the graphics on their albums, some of the words that they use and the phrases that they use in some of their songs. It's like, okay, y'all really were ahead of y'all time. Y'all knew something that we didn't know that was coming up. You know, people talk about Third Eye and all this other stuff. You could just tell that something was completely different about them. But this was a song that I never grew up listening to or hearing anywhere. So anyway, and that's not to dismiss anything about them because they are awesome. They are awesome. All right, so round 6, the Isley Brothers came with Groove With You. Earth, Wind & Fire did Would You Mind. So Groove With You, I love that song. Yeah, it is a very smooth song. And Would You Mind, oh my gosh. It's like, when that beat drops for that song, it's like, wait a minute. Instantly. Y'all, I was dancing. Y'all, and then, like, I'm at work, right? I'm dancing, minding my business. I'm not around anybody 99% of the time. You have to come up to me or I have to come up to you. And I mean, people are nowhere near me, and I love that about my job. So nobody can hear me when I'm screaming. Nobody can hear me when I'm singing, rapping, doing whatever. Like, only thing you can do is possibly walk by and see me doing what I'm doing. So this dude who does the same job that I do, but he's just in a different department than I am. He walked by, I'm telling you, I don't know what song it was at that time, but I was going all the way up. He just looked at me like, while he was walking by, and I looked at him like, and you looking at me like this, why? And I mean, we have this playful, like, relationship. Like, I read him every day because I feel like he lazy and he don't do no work, but he just be laughing, and I'm like, but I'm serious though. But anyway, y'all, he was looking at me like, what's wrong with this heifer? And I'm like, don't worry. And I straight up was like, don't worry about what's going on over here. Don't worry about it. Going on about your business. So anyway, round 7, Summer Breeze. I told y'all I was really hoping that they were going to play Summer Breeze. And they did. And then Earth, Wind & Fire came back with Be Ever Wonderful. And I'm like, how dare y'all do this in the same round? How dare y'all? But it really went together. And I was just like, don't do this to me. First of all, The Isley Brothers, Summer Breeze, y'all. I listen to that song all year round. It ain't got to be summertime. It ain't got to be nothing. I listen to it all year round. I live for Summer Breeze. Sweet days of summer, the jasmine's in bloom. July is dressed up and playing a tune. When I come home from a hard day's of work, and you're waiting there, not a care in the world. See the smile waiting in the kitchen when we're cooking on a plate for two. A little light, y'all. And then he sets it up. Ah, summer breeze. It's like, why? Why you set it off like that? Why? And I get my entire life. I don't know what it is about that particular song, but I feel like Ronald the Isley sets it off. His brother Ernie sets it off. That man plays like his life depends on it every single time. And this Verzuz was no different. I was just like, sir, this is what you're gonna do, Ernie. This is what you're gonna do. Ernie be setting it off. And I forgot again, y'all. I forgot to see whether or not they have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If they haven't, it's a shame and a travesty, and it needs to happen right now. Off the strength, simply off the strength of Ernie playing. I'm talking about he can rival with the best of them. I don't care if nobody say Ernie still got it. Ernie everything. I was just like, Ernie, you better say. And I mean, like, they had the tracks playing, but he got up there with his instrument and was setting it off. Like, oh, I hear the track, but I'm here though. But I'm here. I was like, oh, Ernie, you ain't got to set it off like this, do you? But Ernie was setting it off, and I was all, y'all don't understand. Like, Summer Breeze. Y'all don't understand how much I love that song. I live for Summer Breeze, like I really do. There's this part in Summer Breeze where Ronald is like, how you do it? Like, he'll be finished with his part, and then Ernie just setting it off. Ernie just playing for the longest. And I'm just like, y'all better say. I'm sorry, y'all. I got carried away. I know I did. My bad. I can't help it, but it's just, it's everything. I'm sorry. That's my song. Okay, so be y'all, when be wonderful. Be Ever Wonderful came on, y'all. Oh my gosh, I screamed. And when, you know, it was like, be ever wonderful. I'm talking about, I was hollering the lyrics at work, y'all. I was like, oh my gosh, y'all understand. Like, oh my gosh, y'all almost brought tears to my eyes. Oh, I'm talking about, I was screaming to the top of my lungs. Oh my gosh. I was like, I wish somebody would walk by and say something to me. Okay, so anyway, round 8. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. And that was one of the ones that I didn't say nothing about, because again, I would have went all the way in if I had said something about it. But yeah, the Isley Brothers, it's your thing. Earth, Wind & Fire came back with Devotion. That is a song that, I don't know what it is. It's just so, it mellows me out. I live for it. So of course I love Devotion. You need devotion. Bless the children. And then it's like, I always found it interesting that they would refer to certain people biblically and all that other stuff. And if anybody ever said anything about it, like on a negative spectrum, I never heard of it. Like, people seem to love when they would bring up stuff like that. I loved it too. I was like, okay, look at y'all sneaking this into the music. All right. So yeah, round 9. The Isley Brothers came with Make Me Say, and Earth, Wind & Fire came with After the Love Is Gone. I'm like, well, if you think about it, it can't go hand in hand, because you can say, no, make me say it again, girl. And then Earth, Wind & Fire. After the love is gone, how could you leave me on? Y'all got my entire life. So round 10, Footsteps of the... Okay, y'all, so Footsteps in the Dark. Every time I posted it for my family and friends to see it, they kept on banning it no matter how many times I said this. I do not own the rights to this music. I do not own the rights to this song. And like, they finally let it stay up there, but limited, so some of my family and friends can see it. And I mean, they've been commenting and liking it and loving it and all that stuff. But yeah, y'all, I mean in my life, like, Footsteps in the Dark is everything. Like, just hearing it come on does something to me. I don't know what it is. And again, Ernie be setting it off in the background. It's the instruments for me. Okay, so anyway, yeah. Are we really sure that our love that lasted for so long still endure? I already know I can't sing, but anyway, that song be giving me my life. Then Shining Star, you're a shining star. Y'all was at work getting it so terrible to that. No matter who you are, shining bright to see what you can truly be. Their songs are so inspirational. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. Okay, so another one of the classics that the Isley dropped, Twist and Shout. That's one of the old ones, the older. Like, again, I think before my parents were even thought of songs. And Earth, Wind, and Fire. Boogie Wonderland, y'all. I don't know what that song be giving me my entire life. I was getting it so terrible at work to that. Yeah. Yeah, Maurice White was setting it off on that song. Rest in peace to him, most definitely. All right, so round 12. Choosy Lover. Yeah, Isley Brothers dropped that. Earth, Wind, and Fire, On Your Face. That is one that I never really heard like that, but I have heard it before. So, I mean, I got my little groove moment to it. Round 13, Voyage to Atlantis. One of my all-time favorites from them. And Earth, Wind, and Fire did Brazilian Rhyme, which again is another one that I've heard very rarely. But it was only because I went out on my own and found it because I never heard it anywhere. But yeah, Voyage to Atlantis. Love it. Atlantis is back to you. I'll always, can I go on my way without you? Oh, let me stop. Hello, Ronald Isley. Woo, child. Okay, so anyway, round 14. Here we go again. Ah, here we go again. Oh, here we go again. I thought that this thing was over. Now here we go again. Isley Brothers. This song is everything. Sun Goddess. I listen to that every now and again, and I like that song by Earth, Wind, and Fire. All right, round 15. Work to Do. I got work to do. I like that song. Earth, Wind, and Fire, I'll Write a Song for You. Haven't really heard that often, but it was still a great listen. Round 16, Between the Sheets, from the Isley Brothers. And Earth, Wind, and Fire, Serpentine Fire. So, of course, Between the Sheets. Oh, I like the way you receive me. Girl, we ain't finna go into that. But Between the Sheets is everything. Never really heard Serpentine Fire like that, but again, I've heard it, so I grooved when they played it. Okay. The Isley Brothers, round 17. For the Love of You. And they did I don't know if this is accurate or not, because I know that for one or two of the songs I did kind of get busy and was doing some other stuff. It says Denise Williams, Free. I wonder if it's the song that I think it is. When I got free. Unless that's a song that they wrote. But anyway, the Isley Brothers, For the Love of You. Drifting on a memory. Ain't no place I'd rather be than with you. Loving you. Day will make a way for night. All we'll need is candlelight and a song, soft and long. Oh, I love me some. ooh, I don't know why I live every time he do that. Like, ooh. Okay, y'all, round 18, the Isley Brothers. Don't say goodnight when you know I gotta have your love. So I was here for that, of course. Earth, Wind & Fire, Can't Hide Love. I ain't heard that in a while, but yeah, I love that. Love that song. Round 19, the Isley Brothers, Smooth Sailing Tonight. And Earth, Wind & Fire, Fantasy. I'm like, why y'all do this to me? Because y'all know I live for fantasy. Y'all know I live for fantasy. Y'all know I live for fantasy. Philip, you gotta put some respect on Philip Bailey's name. Philip set it off on fantasy. Oh my gosh, y'all. Every man has a place. In his heart there's a space. And the world can't erase his fantasies. Take a ride in the sky on a ship. Man, he had the vocals. Y'all, I have the live version of that song. And like another, like I have like maybe 3 versions, 2 or 3 versions of that song, especially the live version. He used to set it off. Like he used to, like if you ever saw the actual video footage of him doing that song, you could see how happy he was. Like, I love how happy they always looked and seemed. I don't know if they was going through something in their life, but when they was performing, it just brought something else out. But when he performed that song, man, oh my gosh, that song do something to me. Okay, y'all, so round 20, Sensuality. I ain't heard that song in I don't know how long by the Isley Brothers. Earth, Wind & Fire, Get Away. Yeah, Get Away. Round 21. Fight the Power. That's one of the ones where he do the little groaning and things, the little moaning, groaning little things that he do. And Mighty Mighty, Earth, Wind & Fire. Y'all. Oh my gosh. Fight it. Fight the power. I got that song. I listen to that from time to time. I don't know why, but yeah, I don't know. I be getting my life, it just be random, and I be like, oh, okay. Child. Round 22. Contagious. The Isley Brothers. And In the Stone. Man, I don't listen to In the Stone like that, but it's an amazing song. I listen to it every other blue moon. But I'm gonna start listening to a lot of the Earth, Wind & Fire songs that are underrated, basically, because I feel like that's one of their underrated songs. But Contagious, it's like he knew. He was like, all right, now I got to get up and show out because, you know, everybody live for this song. Oh my gosh. And speaking of, I knew I was going to forget. Okay, so Earth, Wind & Fire did one of their songs. I forgot what song. Was it Be Ever Wonderful? Because it's a song that Maurice White led. It was a Maurice White led song. And he got up and I was like, Ronald, the camaraderie, you better do that. I don't remember if that's the song. Y'all get down in the comment section and let me know which song it was that he got up and he basically was singing lead when that song was playing for Earth, Wind & Fire. I was like, Ronald, you better set it off. I was here for it, y'all. I got my entire life, but y'all, he did. You're contagious, touch me, baby, give me what you got. Oh my gosh. If don't nobody else do nothing all my life, when I'm at a job or anywhere, everybody always do that song. There are always going to be memes and gifs of this song forever. Man. People already started rolling out the memes last night. They had me dying. I already been posting them, y'all. The people been setting it off for Ronald Isley stay setting it off. But people were like in the comments like, who is that? We're Ernie. That ain't Ronald Isley, is it? That ain't Ron, is it? And then like Verzuz had to tell people, yeah, that's him. And I'm like, y'all gotta calm down. Look, and I mean, he had to be like, we don't normally see him bearded out. And then, like, I just kind of, at times, I kind of wish he would just go ahead and let this gray like it's supposed to gray instead of dyeing it. But, I mean, it is what it is. He gonna do what he want to do. A lot of older people, go do what they want to do. But, yeah, the beard, whoever edged him up, whoever did all of that, whoever lined him up, set it off. I was like, okay. Because he's normally clean shaven, so didn't nobody know how to take him. He was sharp. You couldn't tell him nothing with the suit and the cane. You could not tell him nothing. And then when he started thrusting, oh my God, I was so tired. I forgot what song it was on. What song was it on? It might be the last song. And I think he did thrust in another song too, but he had me dying. I was in the die. I was crying. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you know he politely got up. And they let him perform just about that whole song. I was like, y'all done went off on Contagious. Okay, y'all. So, round 23. We almost done, y'all. Round 23 was Busted. 2 a.m. in the morning, where you been? That song used to do the most. I was like, what is going on? I'm actually kind of mad that and out of all the songs, y'all gonna put Busted on here. Why didn't y'all do that one song where he had a video? It was a video, the woman he was with, I don't know if the woman was playing his wife or whatever, but she had been in a terrible accident. And that song was everything. If I hold back my tears, I'll just die. That song was everything. Why didn't y'all play that? They didn't play Busted. They could have played, they really could have played that right there instead of Busted. And I'm just like, y'all to set it off. Why? But anyway, my bad, y'all. I was just like, why though? Why? But yeah, they played Earth, Wind & Fire did Magic Mind. Again, that's another one that's underrated. They don't advertise. And I'm about to get to that right now. So the second to the last song was Shout, which was like, I don't know, I don't remember if that was like the first song of theirs to like go where it needed to go platinum or whatever it was, whatever they received for that. But that was one of them old songs of theirs, y'all. And then they played a song next. So I was like, wait a minute, Earth, Wind & Fire, what is going on here? I knew the song, but I was like, okay, hold up, wait a minute. I'm thinking this is a Phil Collins song only. The song Easy Lover. Used to listen to that all the time. All the time. See, my mama raised us in an environment where we were exposed to several different genres of music. Country music, I live for country music. I live for rap, even though they didn't, you know, I started listening to that in the 90s. And eventually they started dealing with it. Blues, heavy rotation, gospel, R&B, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you know, pop, rock, certain types of metal. But yeah, not that crazy, I'm gonna kill your mama type heavy metal and all that. But some of that rock is everything. We ain't finna lie about that. It just is what it is. And a lot of these songs that people like to try to make it seem like, oh, that's white folk stuff. Like people like to try to talk about how country music is white. No, it's not. A lot of this stuff that people want to try to make it seem like, oh, this is white folks music. It came from black people. We were the reason that a lot of this stuff happened. Like a lot of the country music and stuff, it was because of us. Banjos and harmonicas and all the other stuff, the black people were out there doing all that. So I'm not even finna give y'all a history lesson on that, but it is what it is. The truth is the truth. But anyway, like I'm saying, sorry. So as far as this Phil Collins and Philip Bailey song entitled Easy Lover that they was playing, y'all, I live for this song. Live. Get my entire life, right? Always have. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. Now keep in mind, that is the biggest county in the state of Alabama. So we had a whole lot of radio stations. Never once have I ever heard it on any dominantly black radio station. Every time I heard that song, it was on a pop radio station or on a rock radio station. Heard it all the time. All the time. But never on a dominantly black radio station. I had no idea that an Earth, Wind & Fire member had anything to do with this song. This man co-wrote the song with Phil Collins, which anybody who knows me as far as when music is concerned, I live and breathe Phil Collins. I live for Phil Collins. Phil Collins is a whole mood. If you don't know nothing about Phil Collins, go ahead and go listen to some of his songs. I get my entire life. Like, he has a very distinctive sound and everything. I live for Phil Collins. Always have, always will. But anyway, when I heard the song, I was like, this is a Phil Collins song. What is we doing? And then, y'all, I put a note. See, some tried to try me. Some tried to make sure that I would forget, but I was like, no, I'm not finna forget this. I put a note in my phone to look up Easy Lover by Phil Collins because I didn't want to forget. I didn't know if I was going to be able to find the list or not of, you know, all of the rounds and the songs right then and there. Because sometimes I know earlier verses, it took them a little longer to comprise everything. So I didn't know if I was going to be able to find it, right? Saved the note, got home, and I'm like, ooh, let me pull up the note so I can look up the song. It literally only had the time saved. It didn't have the note or nothing. I was like, why is this an empty page? This don't make no sense. But I remembered what it was anyway. And I was like, okay, I'm glad I remembered. But yeah, y'all, I got my entire life to that song. I was like, what is wrong with y'all? Why did y'all not ever? I'm mad that they didn't advertise this on black radio stations. If y'all could have put Michael Jackson up there, this is one of them songs that I expected to hear with the Michael Jackson songs that was out there that were very pop back then. So it's like, why was that not one that was ever put in rotation too, whether it was considered to be somewhat of an older yet goodie? Don't do it. Like, I was mad. I was like, how dare all of y'all? Like, I get my entire life. She's an easy lover. She'll get a hold of you. Y'all, oh my God, y'all was at work getting it. Y'all understand. Y'all do not people don't be understanding. Like, I really be getting my life. And I think when that song came on, I was like, wait a minute, this Phil Collins. But despite that, I was like, okay, there must be some kind of connection. Let me look it up when I get to the house. And then I did, and I was like, okay, this song did not get what it deserved. It did not get the rotation it deserved. And old boy actually sat up there. He got a writer's credit. What we not finna do is sit up here and act like we didn't have a whole Earth, Wind, and Fire member who had their hand in this. He had his hand in this. So why is we sitting up here not playing it on the dominantly black radio stations? I was mad about that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So anyway, y'all, my bad. I can't. That disturbed me because I was like, I live for the song. I probably would have heard the song a whole lot more and knew like all the lyrics had it been on the dominantly black stations too. So yeah, y'all, I'm talking about that song was in heavy rotation. And I mean, in all honesty, it might be because I'm from Alabama. You already know what it is, the association with Alabama. They literally will only announce the song as a Phil Collins song. They ain't never say that man's name, not once ever at any of the times I would hear the song on the radio, on the pop stations and on the rock stations. They would literally say Phil Collins. And that's all I would hear when I would hear the song. I never paid that close attention. I just would hear Phil's voice. And that's all I thought it was. I thought it was just a Phil Collins song with random people in the background a little bit. But that was it. But my bad, y'all. I'm sorry. That part disturbed me. It made me mad because I live for the song. But anyway, y'all, my bad. Okay, so moving on to the very last song. D-Nice said to Steve Harvey, we down to the last few songs. Then when he got down to the last song for each group, he was like, the only way I'm gonna play these songs is if we let them breathe. Can we just let the songs breathe? So, you know, of course that means let them play all the way out. Y'all, raise a hand. I'm gonna need to see a raise of hands as to how many people knew of the Isley Brothers song, Who's That Lady? Before they saw it being played on these cleaning commercials. That's what I want to know. Because I've been hearing this song my entire life. So when I started hearing it on the commercials, I'm like, oh, okay, y'all better get that money. Y'all better get the money. And I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. The one of the few times that Steve Harvey brought up a subject was when I think the first song that the Isley Brothers did exceptionally well, as far as records and all that stuff that went platinum, gold, or whatever it was. That was like one of the best-selling records or whatever it was, whatever the status, whatever the thing was. Somebody played it at a Super Bowl. Ernie set it off. Was like, they ain't get our permission and they got paid. I was like, Ernie, you better set it up. Ernie, people be sleeping on Ernie. Ernie be writing. Ernie be doing the absolute most. He ain't just playing the instrument real quick. He ain't just like, oh, let me throw a couple of strings together and that's it. Ernie was out here writing. He was out here writing some of the classics, honey. So I was just like, you better do that. So I was here for that. I was like, I know that's right. Set it off. But yeah, y'all, who's that lady? Y'all, I would dance upon the string. Y'all, y'all don't understand. I grew up on all of that. And then, of course, the song that I told y'all about in the Before the Verses, September. For those of y'all who didn't watch that video, what I said in that video was when I attended Alabama State University, I was in this organization. Let me go a little bit into more depth. I was in this organization. If you actually go to Alabama State University, I'm pretty sure they still exist. I don't keep in contact anymore. But there's an organization that's student support services, and a select few people are selected to be able to go there. But ultimately, we are allowed to go into this lab and type up papers and print off for free. And we get all kinds of other benefits. And we end up going on trips a couple of times a year, whether it's local or out of the state. But yeah, I loved being there. But I was in that organization, and we had convocation, orientation or something, and they drafted me and a couple of others to do this dance routine to September. Live for September anyway as a song. I lived for it even more after I did this routine. But I am the type of person that I get very, very nervous in front of crowds of people and even small groups of people. I don't know what it is. I just get so nervous. I don't know what it is. Like, I still get nervous when I get on here. And I'm in this room by myself, and you would think that I'm in front of millions of people. Like, don't nobody be seeing my videos like that. But I really be feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Oh no. Like, I don't know why. But anyway, y'all had to learn this choreographed routine from this person who I still speak to this day. She was the very first person who spoke to me and greeted me when I first stepped foot on Alabama State University's campus in order to go there. And yeah, she choreographed this routine, and we had to perform it in front of new people and people who had already been going there and all this other stuff. I forget if it was a convocation or orientation or whatever it was, but we had to go to the Acadome. I don't know what they call it now. It used to be called Joel Reed Acadome. But yeah, we had to go over there and perform it on the stage in front of everybody while September was playing. Y'all, I was so nervous. Oh my gosh. And it's not like I had to be up there for 5-10 minutes or nothing like that. I had to do my little routine. Like, I mean, it was a really good routine. When I tell y'all, that routine was everything, to the point of where I remembered it for years after. And I added it to an exercise routine that I was doing. Like, it was everything. And I asked her, the person who did the choreograph routine, I asked her, did she remember how it went? Because I wanted to relearn it all over again and get it back in my memory bank and start doing it again, because it was amazing for cardio. And she didn't remember it. I was like, dang nabbit. But for real, like, it really was everything. So y'all, I have special memories and all that surrounding the song September anyway, outside of my love for the song before this. But yeah, and like I said, who's that lady? The Isley brothers. So it went out on a bang, with a bang and all that good stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed this Verzuz. I feel like this was the best Verzuz that ever was. Rest in peace to all of Ronald Isley's brothers who passed on before this came about. And definitely rest in peace to Maurice White, who was one of the lead singers of Earth, Wind & Fire. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, because I know I was going off the deep end at times. I can't help it. Like, I love music. I'm a very heavy music lover. And even though I cannot sing, it is very therapeutic, and I live for stuff like this. So anyway, y'all drop down in the comment section and let me know what y'all favorite part of the Verzuz was. Whether it was a moment, a story that was told, little nuggets that have been dropped, or certain songs that were played. Just like me, I was here for Summer Breeze, honey. That was the one for me. That was the main one for me. But anyway, hopefully y'all have been having a wonderful day. This is pretty much the start of the week for a lot of us. So go out there, be great. I hope y'all are having a great one. Be safe out there. And I'll see y'all later on. Bye.